Good morning, guys. Dave Santarelli here from the Santarelli Trading Exchange. First thing I wanted to do today is go over the profits from yesterday. Yesterday I had to leave early from trading. I got a call from my daughter's school that her neck was bothering her, and she's been sick for 2 weeks, so I had to go pick her up from school, and then we took her out to eat. She ended up throwing up, so I had to take her to the hospital. So got home, and markets were already closed, so couldn't trade any longer there. But this is what we realized from yesterday in the E-Trade account. And then in my daughter's account, we logged in the Facebook calls that we had that made some nice gains of about $2,000. And in this account, the E-Trade account, $2,839.70 on our two NVDA spreads. We had the 182.50, 185 vertical call spread for this week, and we had the 187.50, 190 vertical call spread that was for this week's expo that made some great profits. $2,839 locked in profits. And now what we're going to do is look for a day trade and some possible swing trades. I'm going to change. We locked in the profits on NVIDIA, as I said, and I'm home with the daughter now today. She's still sick, not feeling that well, so if you hear it in the background. Guys, the ATVI trade we made, the November 1st 56.50 strike calls in the trade room.
NEO seeing some heavy option activity.
Guys, we have some nice profits already on our ATVI November 1st calls and our Delta calls that are expiring this week. We're up 21% on the Delta October 18th 53 strike calls. I'm going to lock those in. Here they are right now. They're at, we paid 98 cents. They're now at $1.25-ish, right around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click DAL, and this is the October 18th. How many contracts do we have? We only got 5. This was a small trade here that we made. October 18th, what is it? The 53 strike. They're now at $1.19 by $1.23. I'm going to put it in an order here to sell them at, we'll see if we could sell them for $1.20. There we go. That was sold. Nice profits there. Out of that, we locked in. That was a small trade, guys, and we locked in 104.81 on that. That was just one of those little overnight trades that we did that ended up leading into an extra night. The Activision is up, and our Qualcomm trade is up. Let's take a look at Qualcomm because that chart there looks really great. Let's take a look at the 6-month daily. 6-month daily, we're getting the 10-20 cross. We're currently trading between all of the SMAs that we follow. Our next resistance going to be right around $80 a share. So what I'm going to do, let's look at the option chain. Come down here. Plug in our Qualcomm. Sorry guys, I'm chatting in my trade room on the website, thesantarelliexchange.com, to our members. Alrighty, so again, going back to this, Qualcomm. I'm looking at either doing a call or a possible spread here. Now, it could retrace back down to, let's say, 76. That's our retracement area. That's where I'd look if it started to retrace here. So 76, and our target is about $80 at resistance. So if we look at Qualcomm, do I want to get this week's expo? It's actually really cheap for this week's expo. Really cheap. 77.50 straight calls are only going for about 80 cents. 82 cents. 10 contracts is going to cost around $820. That's not bad. I like that setup as well. So let's look and find a trade. So far I got Qualcomm on the list here. That's going to be a possible swing trade, even a possible day trade. It's only 9:37. Usually we wait until 9:45 to start day trading or making some trades here. Facebook pulling back a little bit here. Nice job taking profits yesterday, guys. Really nice. That's what I mean. Some people wait for signals. Other, you want to sell when you have a nice profit like we did yesterday. And we locked in those profits, and they were great on Facebook. I'm going to have to pull up the TD account and look. If someone knows how to go to the gain and losses on TD, I'd love to know where that is.
$4.95.
Dave, the video's awfully blurry on YouTube.
114% for IPWR.
Yes, Marco, I'm in the Qualcomm trade already. The November 15th 80 strike call. I was looking for one possibly doing this week. I was going to think about doing an in-the-money spread for this week's expo, like a 75, 77.50 spread for Friday's expo. Guys, if the video is blurry, please let me know. Can you guys tell me if the video is blurry, or is that just one of the members that see a blurry video? Kevin, could you see the video? Fine. Okay, there we go. Everyone said it's fine. So, all right, everyone said it's fine. Guys, if it's blurry, just refresh it. Guys, look at Facebook breaking down here. This is a nice area for some puts. So, Facebook breaking down. This is breakdown momentum. As you can see, the stock is holding below the 10-day SMA. The yellow line's the 10-day, blue is the 20, red's the 50 on the today 1-minute chart. As you can see, we got up to the 10. When we're in breakout momentum, we come down to the 10 and break out, down to the 10, break out. When we're in breakdown momentum, we get up to the 10, break lower, up to the 10, break lower. So those are the signals there for our specific trade plan where we enter and exit based on that strategy for day trades. Facebook looks like a nice day trade possibly here, but the market so far isn't doing too much. Dow's down 19, Nasdaq's down 25. So still not doing much yet. It's only 9:45 or 10 minutes into the opening bell here. So let's see what's going on. Qualcomm still on the rise a little bit today, near the day's highs. Let's keep an eye on that because this is one that we could do something like this with. Let's go to a spread, buy to open, sell to open, and watch this. We do calls, expiration date the October 18th. And if we did something like the 75, that's weird.
FFHL, Fouet Films, Foxtrot Hotel Lima popping here.
So let's do the 76.50, 77.50. Let's see what that's going for. That's going for 68 cents. Let's see 77 and 78. So that's better there. 58 cents to be worth $1. So your max net there. 1, divide that by 0.59. That's still a 69.5% return.
European
that's
Council
not bad.
President Tusk,
and that's the stock basically at max gains. Max gains are going to be about 24 cents higher, 26 cents higher. Watching Qualcomm here. It's just trading between the SMAs. I'm looking, listening, watching for anything else on the other screens here. I am seeing Amazon, Google here. Let's take a look at those quick. Amazon's still on the climb there. This one might reach up to 1800 by the end of the week here. So this is going to be one I'm probably, guys, this is a great setup right here. So Amazon has some next resistance right at around 1830. So still about 50-point climb possible on Amazon. So Amazon's one of those ones where I could do an in-the-money spread. Let's see when they report earnings first, because this is really important. So if we go to Amazon here, type in AMZN, it reports earnings on October 24th. So we could get into next week's expo if we wanted to do an earnings trade, but I'm going to do October 18th. Let's take a look at doing something like October 18th. Let's say the 1782.50, 1785. That's going for about $1.20. The max it could be worth is $2.50. This is less than $1.25. I would go in net debit 1.2. If it gets up for that, that's a really steal here. I don't think it's going to go for that though. I'm going to put in $1.25. I'll do 20 contracts. So that's around a $2,500 trade. Let's see if she's going to execute, submit, place trade, and we are in it, guys. That did execute. Let me see what price it filled at. 13.62 minus 12.37. So we got in for $1.25 a contract. This is a short couple of day trade. This expires in 2 days on October 18th. So basically how this works, on October 18th, we need this stock above 1785 or higher, and we would have max gain, and this would be worth $2.50. We paid $1.25, so that's a max return of 100%. So the trade was around $2,500. So 100% return, we're looking at that $2,500 being worth $5,000 and having a $2,500 net profit. And all we need for that to happen is Amazon above 1785. And our stop for Amazon is going to be a candle below the previous candle's body. So I would even make it shorter here, 1750. So if it drops below 1750, I'd exit. To be totally honest, if it dropped below 17, I'd say 1765, I'd probably exit. 2 days, this is a smaller trade, 2,500, depending on your account size. And like I said, this trade, all we need is a stock above 1785 for a max return. I'll be watching that market. Looks like it's heading lower here. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs are holding within the body of the previous candle. Might pull back down to support around 191 before heading higher again. It's currently in breakout momentum. Next green candle has actually confirmation. We have the 1020 cross. Next green candle, confirmation of breakout momentum cycle. Thanks, Tiarka. Is there anything you guys want me to go over here? I'm going to search for some day trades. 9:46 a.m. now. We got right up to resistance from this channel right here, this consolidation period. So it's going to be important to see if we break this. If we could get a green candle above that 270.43 on diamond, then there's a chance we're going to go and break all-time highs here. But for right now, we're at resistance right around, 270.27. We need to break that to head higher. Andrew McDonald says Ulta. Let's take a look at Ulta. Ulta here. We had some calls, and I think we had a spread on it back here when we had the first breakout momentum cycle starting on this candle. We sold somewhere around here, I think on this day. It might have been on the 30th, might have been the 1st. We took our profits. What trade are you in, Andrew? It's holding the 20 pretty well here on the pullback. As long as it holds at 20, she looks like she's going to head higher. That 10-20 cross, those coming up, so you got to be careful. Keep an eye on that. I'm not in an Ulta trade. I would enter into an Ulta trade if we could get a candle above 250. If we get a candle above 250, I'd enter and probably look at some regular calls up to around 270-ish. Facebook's getting a candle above the 10 here. Let's see if it holds and then climbs. Google's still breaking out here, guys. You're in the 247.5, 250 call spread this week's expo. Wow, Andrew, cutting it down close here. 2 more days till expo. 3 if you count today. As long as it holds 245, I would probably hold. What are you up or down on that trade now? Paul Santos is in the Ulta 252.5, 255 spread for this week's expo. Guys, why didn't you lock in profits last week when we locked in ours? Or the week before, whenever it was. I'd have to see what day I took profits on the Ulta trade. Amazon's starting to climb again, and so is Google. Take a look at Google. Google's been having a nice, look at that 1020 cross. Here's confirmation, breakout momentum. It's been climbing. It pulled back to the 10, retraced, and now breaking higher again, retesting resistance from earlier at the 943, 944 candles. Breaks that resistance, and we're going to see a nice spike here. Guys, you need to see that Ulta move today. If that's not above 245 by noonish, I'd probably exit if it were me. We even sent out the alert on the Ulta trade that we were closing at. It's important if you're going to get into those trades, make sure you have time to take those profits. Or if you're wishing for and hoping for it to continue to climb there for higher profits, you know, you're going to find out in time that that's not going to work. Google's still breaking higher
Boeing,
here. Still
NASA
looking great.
To work with
Let's
Boeing
take a look
for
at
production
Amazon.
Of space launch system rockets through the next decade.
Amazon's still looking great there. 1782.
To Boeing to begin work toward the production of the third core stage.
Looking good.
That's BA Boeing.
Andrew says SQ is tanking. Coming right back down to that 10, but Square is one of those ones that it doesn't break out much, it just gradually climbs. At least for the past since August, anyway. When it was in the breakout momentum cycle from June to August, that was a nice breakout.
Aethlon Medical resumes
Still a
trading
breakdown
now.
momentum, not much. Here's the no trade zone.
After being halted on a circuit
breaker. That is
breaker.
just patience there, you know, holding it, waiting for it to continue to climb.
Shares up now 63%. No news on AMD. AEMD rather. Alpha Echo Michael Delta.
If you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, Tiarka says MCD, which is McDonald's. Let's take a look at MCD. McDonald's is coming right back down to support. We have some support right at around, let's say 206.50, 206 area. So right around 206, we have some support on MCD, McDonald's. I wouldn't do anything with that. For me, it's in the no trade zone. It's been trading sideways. As you can see, it's coming down to support, and it's getting up to that 50 SMA. Coming back down to support, and then back up to nearly that 50 SMA. Coming down. Each time, though, it's coming back up to that 50. It's making lower highs on that. So I wouldn't go long MCD just yet. I'd be waiting for a candle above the 50 SMA to get in. Or possibly if you get a green candle tomorrow, you could trade it up to, 212 if you're looking for a short-term swing trade, if that's your strategy. But as far as one that's a few weeks out or a month out, McDonald's, I would not make a trade on that. Chart's not looking that hot. Let's take a look at, so let's go down the watch list actually. It's a little early to do that, but we could take a look. This is the 6-month daily. American Airlines, we jumped into this a while ago. Made some money, exited. Looking good again. We should have looked at this. That first candle we had above the 10 SMA. Going back right here to around October 9th. That was a nice entry possible. Let's take a look. Go down here. Apple coming back down. You see how it always comes back down. Usually it comes back down to the 20 SMA with Apple. Coming down to the 20. Breaking out, and now it's retracing again. You have the profit-taking phase, and that's what's happening right now.
At the high 688.
AMD's looking really great here. We might be able to trade that. 31 a share is the next resistance level. It got up to that today. But, your stop could be a candle below
Bloomberg
30,
says
50.
that AIG is facing potential claim in Elon Musk defamation case. That according to a filing,
AIG is facing a lawsuit from Elon Musk for a defamation case.
Bloomberg.
Unbelievable. All right, so that's that. And again, this is the 6-month. Guys, look at Amazon. Amazon just looks ready to blow out here. You have 1800, and then you have the 1830 area as your 2 resistance levels. So that's going to be those areas that you look to take profits. If you're jumping into an in-the-money vertical bull call spread right now for next week's expo or further out, that's what you're looking for. Obviously, we have earnings coming up with this at the end of the month, so if you jump into an earnings trade, you're probably just going to hold it. And, if you're hoping or thinking Amazon's going to beat the quarterly estimates and it pop higher there, then you're just going to stay in it. Google got a bounce off the 20 here, as you can see on the chart to the right, and continuing to climb, looking great. Here's the news down here in the news feed about Elon Musk. AIG faces potential claim in Elon Musk defamation case. Filing shows Bloomberg. Netflix call option alert January 17th, 300 strike, 520 at 17.85, and that's going to be about a 17.85, multiply that by 520. So that's almost $1 million trade right there. Let's take a look at Netflix quick. Netflix, look at that, guys. It had the 1020 cross. That first candle above the 50 SMA is going to be confirmed breakout momentum. It's looking good, though. Right now, if we zoom in, right now, what is it in? And if we let's put a rectangle around this. Oh, I got rid of the breakdown momentum cycle when I clicked on that. But take a look at this. What's this? This is the consolidation area. Could come down to that candle. Consolidation area is right here. So basically, I said a candle above the 50 SMA would be confirmed breakout momentum, and below, you're looking for a retracement. So right here, I'm looking for a candle above this consolidation box, above the 50 SMA. So a candle right above around 287.25, and that'd be a nice entry. But if you wanted to get in now, then your exit is a candle below the consolidation box or below the 10 SMA if it's a trade for next week's expo. If you trade for next week's expo, your stop's going to be a close below 276. So you have some really nice stops and targets for your trade. Now, if we take a look a little bit further out here, you can see this has room to run because she came from 375, pulled all the way back to nearly 250, and she's on the climb right now. And you guys can see this was
VIVE,
breakdown
VIVE
momentum
resumes
for
trading
quite
now.
some time
Victor
here.
India, Victor Echo.
Oh, that's the rectangle.
The V ticking lower, $6.14. Hit a high of 11.50 earlier in the
Sorry,
pre-market.
guys, my daughter's
VIVE
sick.
on no news.
So here is consolidation. Now we're in breakout momentum. So this starts the breakout momentum, and then within that cycle are these phases, like I say, consolidation, profit taking, and whatnot. And if you guys want to take our class, you could email about that. We have classes we teach. If you need to learn the trade plan a little bit more. And as you can see, here is the start of the breakout momentum. This one's just... And that's the start of the breakout momentum. That's exactly where the breakdown momentum begins. Here's where the breakout momentum starts. Now you're in consolidation. You break that consolidation, you're going to break higher. Candle below this box, and that's a sign we're going to retrace a bit before breaking out again. So here is the channel. This is what we're looking for with Netflix. And keep an eye on this over the next few days. This is a really nice setup here. If you zoom in, you got a beautiful chart pattern that you could follow to potentially make some nice gains on this. And what I would be looking for is, and I'm probably going to be trading this. I really do like this chart. If I got some regular calls, let me see first off if this is reporting earnings here anytime soon.
Coming up, the NAHB Housing Market
Netflix
Index
earnings
for
today.
October 68 is expected.
So you're going to see that one move quite a bit. Netflix has earnings today after the bell. That one's going to be an interesting one. I'll probably wait until after earnings to trade something like that. Just too much uncertainty, and there's a lot of live streaming services out there now. Competition's getting really fierce, so I doubt Netflix is going to continue its climb higher here. So it has earnings after the bell today, guys. So this, you could get rid of breakdown momentum. It's all going to depend on earnings. If earnings go well and if she pops higher, then we could look into some day trades with that possibly. If she breaks lower, again, we could look at some day trades. Google pulled back to the 50 SMA. Markets are crossing over now, having a little drop, little pullback.
On the NAHB Housing Market Index. Business inventories unchanged versus consensus of plus 0.2%.
Up to the 20, lower. Up to the 2010, lower. Let's see if it's going to hold support. Still early, 10 o'clock. See what happens. If you guys find something we could day trade, let me know. I'm itching for a day trade here. Matter of fact, let me change the charts here too today, 1 minute, and let's see if we could find any day trades. Wow, American Airlines is pulling back right now on a 1 minute. Keep an eye on American Airlines. Amazon pulling back a little bit here. BABA not doing much. Bank of America pulling back, holding that 10. Still up though, 2%. Big climb on the financials today on good earnings. I do not doing much booking, not doing much here. Citigroup pulling back as well. Down 1.33%, down 95 cents. Expedia is breaking out here, coming down to the 20, breaking higher. Nice climb there. Facebook not doing too much. We'll keep an eye on Facebook for a possible swing trade again. We did exactly what we wanted to do with Facebook. Nothing piquing my interest just yet.
DTSS, Delta Tango Sandy Sandy, is open. Shares of Data C 506 ticking higher, up about 51.5% now for DTS, Delta Tango Sandy.
Tesla's usually a really good
NTSL.
one to day trade because it usually has big moves. As you can see, 258 all the way up to 261. Actually, 257 up to 261. You know, quick 4-point climb in about 15 minutes.
Shares of
She's pulling
DTS
back just that.
halted again.
Marco, I just checked out
on
Bank
a
of
circuit
America.
breaker.
Not much going on with Bank of America that I like so far. Let's take a look. BAC. Guys, again, if you guys like these videos, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube there. That greatly helps us with what we need to do. Bank of America, Marco Rossi asked about that in the trade room at thesantorelexchange.com. You know, I was thinking about this when I was just looking at it going through 370 all the way pulled back to 330.
FOMX,
Nice move there, quick move.
Pharmaceuticals popping here.
He said it looks like it might break the 20 and continue to climb on the 1 minute. Marco, nothing to me looks like Bank of America is going to break out on the 1 minute chart. If we look at the 3-month daily, it looks like it might get up to 31. Definitely in breakout momentum on the daily chart here.
The NGO resumes trading now.
Get back up to 31, but I'd wait. It had a big run here from, 27.50 all the way up to 30.50. I'd wait on that. Thank you, Marco. Marco said he loves the videos. Thank you, Dave. Thanks, guys. Like I said, if you like the videos, just give it a thumbs up on YouTube. I'd greatly appreciate that. Alrighty, we're going to listen to some news. There's nothing yet. And guys, if there's nothing yet, then you don't have to jump in. You don't have to jump in quick. You don't have to do anything until you find a good trade setup. Google's breaking much lower here, guys. This one looks like it's going to test 241. If I wanted to get into some puts as a day trade, I'd look at Google. Let's look at some basic. Let's see here, 1742. They're going for about $7. Let's take a look at the 6-month daily quick. See, she's still breaking out. It got up to resistance, though, today from going back to September 25th. And then going all the way back to July 26th and 29th. So, candle above that, then we could look for 275 is next and 1300. But for right now, today it's pulling back a bit. Gonna keep an eye on it. Look for a possible day trade. Let me set the charts above here to be on diamond and Qs. Diamond's heading much lower here as well. On a today 1 minute chart, as you can see, breaking lower.
Coming up at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, crude inventories a build of 1.413 million expected.
I could just jump into some diamond
distillates
puts
a draw of 2.114 million. Gasoline inventories a draw of 257,000.
Diamond puts for October 18th.
That's coming up
strike
at 10:30.
That's not bad. We could jump into that. It's early for it, but if we want to make a small trade, this is what I'd be looking at. And this is a small trade. It's only a $1,000 trade. I'm going to enter. And let me see here. I'll wait a little bit longer on that. Had a little pop, then it dropped there. Let's continue to go down the watch list. Let's see what Visa's doing on a 6-month. Pulling back down to that 10. Not doing too much there. Let's watch for some news down here. I'm going to look now. I'll go check out the unusual option activity, the upgrades and downgrades. Hold on, guys. And if you guys have anything you want me to go over, just go in the trade room, santorelliexchange.com, and post your comment or whatever chart you want to look over there.
House
And as soon as I see it, we'll take a look.
To introduce legislation on Wednesday imposing sanctions
Aloha,
on Turkey.
Annie says, I love the videos, Dave. They are very educational. You have good teaching style. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Please feel free to share some of these videos on Facebook as well. On YouTube, you could just go up and share them to Facebook. I'd appreciate that as well.
AEMD, Eighth Line Medical, halted again on a circuit breaker on the way down at $5, up 26%, hit a high of $6.89 earlier.
We're going to continue looking for a day trade. I'm going to wait until I hear something good, and then we're going to enter. So I'm going to wait, hear some news. I'm also on the other screens here looking at the upgrades, downgrades, unusual option activity, and the price changes as well. And if I find something there, we could day trade it. Or if you guys have something, like I said, go in the trade room on the website and let me know. Glad I held off on the Google and Diamond puts a little bit there. Getting a little pop. Still early, only a half hour into the day.
PAGP, Plains Group Holdings, getting a pop here. The sweep in the January 21 call now currently at 1951. That's Papa Alpha Golf Papa. PAGP. DTSS halted again on a circuit breaker. DTSS up 65%. BNGO halted, resuming trade. That's BNGO.
Tiva's looking nice here. Finally, candle above the 10-20-50 SMA. Could keep an eye on that. Put that on your watch list. NVIDIA wants to break out again here. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm looking for 200. I think I just muted myself there when I just said that. Not sure. Might be repeating myself here. But guys, what I was saying is, don't force yourself to make trades here. Sometimes you just don't find anything yet, and it's only not even an hour into the day. So wait, relax, and wait for those right trade setups. We trade every day. Every morning we're live. So wait for those good trade setups. Ryan Welch wants to go over, let's see, MU. Sudhakar Rajulu, message me. I'm not sure what you're asking, but private message me and I'll answer that. Let's see. Ryan Welch wants to look at MU. Micron. Not doing much on a 1 minute chart. That's in the no trade zone for me. Stay away from it. On a 6 month or 3 month daily, doesn't look bad. It looks like it's going to head higher. So this is something if you were looking at, let's see, November, possibly November monthly. November monthly is not too bad here. So 46, 47, 48. So this one you need at around $50 a share. If you buy the November 15th, 46 straight calls at $2.09, you need it at about $50 a share to make a 100% return. So if you're looking here, we have resistance right at around 48.70, right around there, 46.50. Right around there is going to be resistance. If it breaks that resistance, you hold on to it. If it fails at that resistance, you're selling, locking in profits. Because that's still a pretty hefty gain there at 48.50. Still not a bad gain if you jumped in now and waited for it to get up there. Sudhakar Rajulu. If you click on what Bob just sent you in the trade room and then just refresh it, if the quality isn't that great, sometimes you just need to refresh it and the video will be fine. Colin Johnson on YouTube says, let's take a look at HD. Alrighty, let's just do that. HD. Nice climb up to the resistance area from right around 912, 913. Consolidating right now. Had the cross though. Let's take a look a little bit further out. It's at all-time highs. I would wait until it breaks out of that consolidation. Look for a candle above 236.85. You get a candle above 236.85, a whole body, that's going to look great. Be nice for an entry into some calls or possibly an in the money vertical spread, even maybe an out of the money spread. Could look at it once it comes, but Google here is also breaking the higher 1020 cross coming up, candle above the 1020.50 SMA, looking good, continued breakout momentum. But you know what, guys? I'm not seeing anything yet, and I don't want to jump into something and lose the profits that we made yesterday. Your preservation of capital is really important here, and it's important to watch and just watch for those setups. When you find that right setup, you're going to know and you're going to make some money on it. But if you force yourself to make some trades, it's just going to hurt you and your account in the end.
President President Trump says we'll discuss trade with Italy's Mattarella. Coming up in about 5 minutes, crude inventories a build of 1.413 million, distillates a draw of 2.114 million, and gasoline inventories a draw of 257,000 expected. Trump says the U.S.-China trade deal is being papered, says U.S.-China trade deal probably won't be signed until he meets China's Xi in Chile.
Paula just announced AMD was breaking. That's a really nice breakout here past few minutes. It should have been something you guys caught. Right here, it broke above $31 a share. We were actually just talking about that when we were looking at our watch list. It broke 31 a share, continuing to climb here. Let's take a look at the 6-month daily. We don't have resistance until we get up to 32, so I'm going to take a look at this. First off, let's take a look at the option chain, see where it's going. Google, Amazon continuing to run here. Calendar, let's take a look at AMD. AMD. Earnings the 29th, so I'll pick up the 25th Expo, AMD. I could even get the November 15th if it's cheap. Let's take a look, AMD. Let's make some money. 31 strike, no. Let's take a look at the 25th Expo, 31 strike. That's not bad. But what I would do is a spread. Most likely, let's take a look here. Let's look at the October 25th Expo. I'm going to get something that's in the money. 65 cents to be worth $1. 66 cents. That's still a 51% profit. Not bad. Google's breaking higher, guys. Our Amazon trade is now green. That's why I wasn't bringing that up just before. You gotta be patient with these. Amazon breakout momentum continuing to climb here, looking like it's gonna reach 1785. It's the next target resistance area, and climb up to 1800 from there. AMD was looking great though. Let's see. AMD is a possible day trade still running there. October 18th. Let's take a look. 31 strike, 62, 31.50. The 31.50 strike isn't bad. I'll pick that up for a day trade. Possible swing trade overnight. 31.50. So 30 contracts are going to cost around 900. 20 contracts are going to cost around 700. We could do 30 contracts. 38. That's a good trade right there, guys. Let's see here. Trade. Alrighty, I am in AMD. 38.5 cents I paid. That's just a short-term trade, guys, on AMD. Activision, Qualcomm trade's doing great. Let me pull up Qualcomm here. This is the trade we entered yesterday. Look at that breakout, guys. Nice breakout on Qualcomm. Qualcomm is starting a big run here, guys. Qualcomm is looking good for a day trade. I think I might pick up Qualcomm here as well. Let's see. Expiration. Thinking about locking in profits soon. We have the Qualcomm November 15th Expo 80 strike. That trade's up 9% right now. Are you guys in the Qualcomm trade from yesterday? QCOM trade. Are you guys in it? Skyjack205 says I am, and about 6 people in the trade room said they're also in the Qualcomm trade, and they are up anywhere from 10% to 20% so far. I'm currently up 11% on Qualcomm. It was a small $2,000 trade, already up on it, $200. I like that chart though. Also, look at AMD. AMD is still holding that 10 SMA here and still climbing, looking good. I'm in the 3150 for those of you that asked. Probably a day trade, so it's not going to be official trade. Qualcomm still continuing to run though. I think I'm going to send Qualcomm trade out as an official trade alert today after 11 once we get done with the live video. FDX, Paul Santos asked to look at. Let's take a look. FDX still continuing to climb here, up almost 1%, 0.95%. If we look at the 3-month, this looks really nice here, Paul, especially going into the holiday season. I heard, though, that Amazon, which is a huge part of their business, is buying their own planes. Well, they have been, and that, look at the Micron alert, April 17th, 40 strike puts, 2,500 at 263. So 263, multiply that by 2,500 contracts. That's a $657,000 trade. It's unbelievable. Okay, so going back now, FedEx, this is looking good. I'd put in 155 as target, 155 and then 160. 165, each FedEx has increments of $5 here at the resistance areas. But major support at 150, 160, 170. And then 180. So plenty of room to run there, Paul. Not a bad trade idea either. Qualcomm still running, guys. Still on the climb with Qualcomm. Nice trade setup. Guys, Ulta's on the climb as well. Those of you that are still in that Ulta trade, take a look. Right in the book here, now above 247 and climbing. Nice trade on Ulta for you guys that are still in it. We took our profits last week. Paul, yes, they are everywhere. The Amazon Sprinter trucks. Yeah, here too. I'm in the Bears Den at Reunion Community, and it's just unbelievable the amount of those Sprinters I see. There's more of those than golf carts, and I'm in a golf cart community. Golf cart retirement community. Well, not really just a wealthier area. Really nice, though. Now at 247.14, Ulta's still continuing to climb here, still running. Skyjack, what's your profit on the Qualcomm trade on the YouTube chat? Skyjack205, what's your profit? You got into Qualcomm with us yesterday. What are you up on that? I'm now up 12% on those, now 13% on the Qualcomm trade. Paul, that's a nice area over there. I was thinking about buying a house over there in your section. I'm now up 13% on Qualcomm. Paul, I may. I still may come out there. Skyjack says he's up 14% on the Qualcomm trade. And you have the November 15th expo as well, right, Skyjack 205? So we still have plenty of time on this, about a month until expiration. I'm probably going to be looking for around a 50 to 75% gain on that Qualcomm trade before I exit. Pretty slow so far today, guys. If you guys see anything, I'm looking at ABV now. That was actually a nice setup that we looked at the other day for a swing trade. Let's take a look. Nice climb, nice breakout. This 1020 cross was money in the bank here. Your next green candle was your confirmation after 1020 cross, above the SMAs, so that would have been right here. And then you had breakout momentum from 67.50 all the way up to 75. That would have been massive returns. Someone brought this up the other day, and I told them, I said, that's what you got to look for, is that 1020 cross. You had the positive MACD cross as well. That looked great. It continued breakout momentum. Amazon's climbing now again as well. Came down to the 50 support. Now climbing again. Keep an eye on that. Other than that, not much going on just yet, guys. If you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, just go in the trade room, santarelliexchange.com, and type what you'd like to go over. Or if you're in the YouTube chat for now, just let me know. Paula said huge volume on leaps and Morgan Stanley out to 620. Let's take a look at MS. Paula, are you talking about the June 19th, 2020 strike calls on Morgan Stanley? Or what are you talking about here? Let me zoom out a little bit. I only have 7 strikes. Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about now. The 55 and 57 50s. Yep. That's such a cheap trade there. 36. $720,000 trade. Sudhakar says URI is making a nice move. I'm not a big fan of Morgan Stanley. It does look nice though. 45 is the next resistance. 45 would be the target. Nice move though. Definitely something possible there if you're looking at some calls. I'd go a little bit further out though. I'd look at the December or January of this year. Sudhakar said URI, United Rentals Inc. On a today chart, doesn't look bad. Nice climb up about 1% for the day, 6-month daily. This is looking good as well. Definitely 125. So this is something that's not bad. Let's take a look at the option activity. October 18th. That's what I'd personally look at. Pretty expensive in my opinion for something that only has 2 more days. So me, I would probably do the spread if it made sense. 50 cents a contract. It's already at max gains. That's not bad, actually. 55 cents would be your tops you'd go. I don't want to go any more than 55 cents. That's actually not a bad trade setup. Paula, Morgan Stanley. It's hard for me to remember what I did this year, let alone years ago. I do remember when it was 17 bucks a share trading at. So probably going back 2012. That was before my service, though. Bob and Ray are fighting it out in the trade room there about a city. The fastest growing city. I'm surprised Orlando's not on there, to be honest with you. Miami's growing, one of the fastest, though. That's for the ultra wealthy down there. Probably Paula. I don't remember. It's been that long. Been quite some time. Did you hold it? Did you have a profit on Morgan Stanley? Amazon looks so nice here on this 1 month chart. Look at that chart. 1 month chart for Amazon. I mean, how could you tell me this thing's not going to get back up to 1825 in the next week or so? This looks incredible. Nice breakout. Sudhakar. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, just let me know, Sudhakar. But that URI is looking great. If you want to jump into a trade, like I said, this trade looks really nice here. The URI 121-122 vertical call spread for the October 18th expo, or you could go out to even the October 25th or the November 15th if you wanted to. But I like this trade setup. I like it a lot. I would do it, though, for 0.55 max. So that way you still have a 1, divide that by 0.55. You still have a max net return of 81.82%, which isn't bad. Bob, you said, what if Amazon poops the bed again on earnings report? But I jumped in the October 18th expo, so not going into earnings. Next week, I may make a small earnings trade on Amazon. Not sure yet. I'm not sure what you mean, Sudikar. What you said there. Oh, sue Docker. Okay. I thought you were telling me to sue a doctor. I'm like, huh? All right, sue Docker. Sounds good. I might forget it. It's not a common name. But if I do forget it, just remind me. Sue Docker. Amazon looks so good, though. Look at that. It's breaking 1784 now, near the day's high. It's looking fantastic. That's just a nice little scrumptious trade we got into with Amazon. October 18th, 1782.50, 1785 vertical spread for $1.25 contract. Max net gain is 100% with Amazon above 1785 by this Friday. Qualcomm still popping. URI's looking good. Sudocker said Tesla broke out. Let's take a quick look at that, and then we are done for the day, guys. Nice breakout on Tesla, actually, up 1.52%, or around $4 for the day. Let's take a look at the 6-month dailies, getting up to resistance from going back to the 24th, but let's take a zoom out here, see. Yep, so we do have some resistance coming up right around 265. If it breaks that 265, you could look at 300 for the next area here as it continues to climb. But me personally, there's so many competition coming out with Tesla now. I'm not a big fan of trading it. Now, coming to day trading is a different story. Day trading sometimes is a great idea for Tesla because it's so volatile. So keep an eye on that for a day trade. As far as a swing trade, I'm not going to swing trade it. Andrew McDonald said he finally closed the Amazon spread position. Now he's playing with the house money on the other half. That's nice. Good job, Andrew. That's a great job. And you guys, you're going to learn as we go along here. Taking profits is the most important thing you could do. Skyjack205 says Facebook's taking off again. Let's take a look. Facebook on the rise here as well. That's looking good. I might even be able to jump into that for a quick swing trade again, possibly even day trade. All the way from 187.75 to 188.75. So about a $1 climb in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. That's not bad there. So markets are continuing to break out here, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get off here. It's now 11 a.m., and I'm going to go send out some trade alerts for our members on the website. Guys, if you're not a member yet, go to our website, www.thesantorelliexchange.com. Sign up there. You can use promo code TRADELIVE if you want to be with us daily. We're going to be on YouTube for a little bit, and then we're going to be embedding this into the website, and it's going to be for members only there. So this is eventually going to be embedded into the website. So you guys now, if you'd like to sign up, get signed up. If you have questions, just go in the trade room at santorelliexchange.com, click on live trading room, and I'll be in there to help you guys there. Alrighty, so today what we made an Amazon trade, 1782.50, 1785 vertical call spread for the October 18th expo. We paid $1.25 a contract for that. A max net gain is $2.50 with Amazon at or above 1785 a share. Alrighty, guys, I will see you in the trade room. Great job today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. And I'll be in the trade room from now on for the day. Take care, guys. God bless.